Okay, usually this time of the week it belongs to Dr. Hani Zubaydah and Eli Ochenberg, who promised to come back. She came back. We're going to tell you on air, Hani Zubaydah is late. He's not coming. So instead of Hani Zubaydah, we put here Charles Pibelzer.
Thrown into the hot pot.
Good evening. Good to have you both
Thank you.
here.
Always a pleasure, though. Always a pleasure.
So we decided to do some shakshuka.
Shakshuka.
Our viewers don't understand what shakshuka is. I will explain. We are bringing the American politics, we're bringing the Israeli politics, and we're starting to combine forces. Charles, let's start with you. We're just 1 week before the polls actually start and the voting actually starts in the United States.
We're getting very, very close. The Iowa caucuses are coming up. I just saw the Reuters rolling poll actually right before I got into the studio. Donald Trump hovering about 41, 42%. It's actually quite remarkable. The next closest competitor is Ted Cruz at 13%. He's opening up an almost, not an insurmountable lead, but the kind of lead that Hillary Clinton holds on the Democratic side. And everyone says Hillary's a shoo-in, a shoo-in, a shoo-in, and that Trump is going to fall by the wayside. We've spoken about it. I'm not so sure he's going anywhere. I think he's going to do very well in Iowa and then a week later in New Hampshire.
I'm finding it difficult to imagine the potential relationship between Netanyahu and Trump, though. Like, I know they're both hawkish, they're both eccentric, they're both unique, but I don't see them together sitting in the Oval discussing global. I don't know. I'm afraid of this bond.
Do you not find that Adelson may look like a little bit like an elderly Trump?
There's something.
Is there some
if he is used to Adelson, he can be used to anyone.
Yeah. No, but I think it's very convenient for them now to support each other. But I'm not sure what will happen in the moment they will actually have to work together as partners and not just, as two politicians struggling for their lives.
So tell me. Basically, we heard Vice President Martin Indyk, and maybe it's connected or not connected. How come Martin Indyk this week, the Vice President of the United States, remembered that Benjamin Netanyahu, in the funeral of Yitzhak Rabin, late Prime Minister Yitzhak Rabin, told him that I remember that he told me that he's going to beat his guy now because he's dead.
He will be remembered as a hero, not as the losing politician, as would have happened if he would won against me.
Well, it wasn't actually in the funeral.
That is maybe the most interesting thing. So we have this Indyk, his comment, but very, very quickly after, suddenly all the diplomatic correspondents in Israel tweeted a photo of Netanyahu from the funeral of Rabin, and guess what? Indyk was not there, not next to him. And when people asked the Indyk to comment, so his office said he's not commenting on those things, but Netanyahu's office said it's a blunt lie, never happened. And what can I say? Evidence showed that Netanyahu might be right this time.
There's no love lost between the two, that's for sure. Indyk has been around for a very long time. He was the primary envoy to the peace talks that did not get off the ground. And it's clear Indyk had blamed Jerusalem for the failure of the talks. Netanyahu did not like this in one bit. So again, this is just the latest in the saga between the Indyk-Bibi Netanyahu relationship.
But I think it's a new stage if one of the sides is choosing to lie.
He actually backtracked a little bit on that, saying that
it wasn't this specific
funeral,
moment.
It was in a different place.
It's very suspicious.
Yeah, but the specifics in these cases are important. You can't just
say something like that in the funeral when we're still burying the prime minister is totally different than to say it in the dinner or in a meeting afterwards.
And where politics would take the center stage as opposed to remembering Rabin.
The funeral,
I'm trying to think. You remember, you interviewed Martin Indyk?
Yes, I did.
And he said there were 5 prime ministers, the 3 prime ministers that decided that they're going to do some kind of a concession about the Golan Heights. One of them is Benjamin Netanyahu. Yeah. He doesn't like Benjamin Netanyahu so much, does he?
Not like him whatsoever.
Yeah. Okay, too bad. Next time, just remember the place. It will be very important. Thank you very much.
It was a pleasure,
It was
Charles.
fun,
I don't
you
think I've ever been in the studio with you.
No, it's so
No, you
exciting.
never. It's so exciting.
It's a first.
Okay, Hani Zubaydah. He's not coming back anymore.
Gone.
Yes, he is. We love Hani Zubaydah. Thank you very much.